Can you actually? Okay.
The TSO's Young Composers Project started in 1993, and we were interested in having a program that was at the highest level and the most in-depth level of learning and exploration for students. And composition seemed to be the way to really get inside music and learn it in a very in-depth level.
Up to a D. Also, try not.
There is no program like this in the country, and so when word gets out, we find that students are actually making long trips to come and participate, and they come from all backgrounds, all different schools and school districts in the community.
It's spruce and maple. You just grab it, and it's almost perfectly balanced. Put your both knees against it.
I'm Ben, and I've been doing the Young Composers Project for 3 years.
Saying for the pedals, sit first so that you.
I've been interested in composing since I was like 8.
Now.
Oh yeah. It helps to have a musical background, sort of, but even if you don't, you can learn so much stuff in this class.
Magical, isn't it?
Everyone works at their own pace. We're like the little red single-room schoolhouse. We start with some of the basic rudiments of music theory. So as we listen to this first, just the chord progression, the clefs, some of the markings that appear in the music. And you notice how when he's accompanying the melody, some of the things they know instinctively, but actually getting to see how it works and how you can create and form a melody and then harmonize it and then make it larger so that more instruments are involved. What do you think would happen? What would increase the tension and the frustration at this moment? Dissonance. The melody comes back. Dissonance, that's another way. The melody comes back in an extremely beautiful fashion in the oboe.
It's really a different experience after being in this class, listening to a song and seeing how the parts come together and form this one great piece. Even without like lyrical factors, it still conveys a message much deeper than any words can.
There's this part where his heartbeat is like going really, really, really fast.
Well, you think that da-da, da-da,
yeah,
da-da,
that's the heartbeat.
That figure, yeah, throughout. Yes, it's camouflaged by a different.
Composition is hard. It's really, really hard, and just to hear these composers and to hear these amazing works of like art, and it shows you that you can start now and you can be that good when you get older and when you get more experience. And this program, it starts you on your way to doing that.
They have that look on their face like, oh no, this is like math, you know. But then by the second and the third class, they're already starting to write for instrumental musicians that are going to be coming to play their music. We start taking what they've written as exercises and developing it and giving it a form.
This is really pretty cool. One of the things towards the end when we're playing like that and at such a quick tempo and with so many bars, we need to breathe. And I don't know.
I like to think of it as painting with sound. You know, that they're creating a composition with the colors of the instrument and the colors of the pitches. And it comes together and it makes this amazing collage.
Or if you're rejoicing, you know, you can put in anything like that.
I am known as the principal keyboard. I'm neither a principal nor a keyboard, but that is my title. And in an orchestra, essentially what someone like me does is that we play anything that has a keyboard.
It's in back.
So they give you a chance to write for instruments, and you have different instruments come in each weekend. And then you have an opportunity to hear these professional musicians play what you've written.
That's a D? Okay. And what's that?
And I know that that's where a lot of the real active and exciting learning is happening, because the students get to hear something come to life.
And did you want legato pedal or, okay. So you don't need that, because that to me means that I have to come off, yeah.
They will try anything and experiment with anything, and they're not held in by the boundaries that maybe someone who's gone through more formal musical education would be.
If you have any interest at all in composing or in music or in anything, this program is so cool, because they just say, hey, we're gonna teach you something, then you're gonna use it, and you're gonna, on your own time, write a piece, and then bring it in. And then we can play it. And it's so impassionating. I don't know if that's a word. But yeah, it's a really cool program. And I think it's so cool that you get to write for all these little groups, and the style is so different. You can do anything that you want because it's all up to you what you do.
I see them really coming to this class and this project as a group of equals. I think that the school that you go to, or the team that you're on, or what grade you are, is something that defines young people's lives a lot. And this exploration of music and creation of music seems to have peeled all of those external labels away and allows them to be who they are and be part of something that is really, really special.
Now this is a reading session, and we really mean that literally. The musicians have had the music in some cases maybe for an hour or so, maybe for a day or two. And so they'll really be working at it for the first time. I kind of call this tonight dangerous chamber music, because you cannot hear this music, you can't check the recording to see how it goes, you haven't heard it in performances, so they're going to be figuring it out for the very first time ever tonight with the help of the composers.
Well, I always like sticking random notes together and seeing how it sounds, banking two pots together, seeing what the sound is, etc. But before this class, I couldn't really tell. I didn't know anything about music theory. I couldn't tell one chord from another. now I actually know a decent amount. I can actually make something decent now, so it's a great experience. Well, thanks for playing my piece, and it was great. Just the first part, I thought it was, I thought the viola was a measure ahead.
I was. I like to rush.
There's also this opportunity for these young people to be treated as an expert, because they're an expert in their piece. At the very least, they're an expert in what they wanted to express and what they intended. And I think that that is something that helps build all sorts of confidence.
The most exciting part of being a musician, to be able to share what I've discovered, both as a performer and as a composer, with these students, and to see them get so excited about it, to see them come to the rehearsal and get to interact with musicians, exchange their ideas, find out what's happening, watch the orchestra perform their piece. It is thrilling. It's beyond any experience I've had.
This kind of an articulation instead of just tongue, 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 tongue.
Yeah, that would be really cool if you could slur. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
And I was just doing the two. Duh, duh,
Yeah.
duh, duh.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Cool. All right. This is
You're finally going to get to hear your baby come to life. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. This has been so gratifying to have like everything played live for you and to get all your critiques and the late nights trying to write things. It's been so much fun.
Okay, guys. Well, we're just about to go out. I think your pieces look terrific. I'm really excited. I think this might be the best batch we've ever had. Figure out very quickly what it is that needs to be fixed. So it has to sort of be boom, boom, boom. Fix this, this, and this. And that'll probably be about all the time we have. Well, have a terrific time, and we'll see you after the show.
It's a courageous thing to do, to create a piece of music, maybe for the first time, and have it performed for the very first, or read for the very first time in front of your family and strangers and your classmates. That takes a lot of courage, and these kids are fearless.
Welcome to the culmination, the grand finale of this year's Young Composers Project.
Plan is we play the piece, we fix it, we play it again. And it's going to go that quickly. Our first piece is Alexander Garcia, and the title, the exact title, is A Tragedy in America, commemorating the events here in Tucson of January 8th.
So what was the biggest surprise that you've run into so far?
It's the biggest surprise that it's gotten easier to be like, to get that inspiration and just to start like writing. And that since, you know, since we started and I was just like, okay, I'll just write for a quintet now, you know, and I was just like, no, I can't do this, but now I can. And it's been really exciting knowing that I can.
Even if you aren't sure that you're interested in composing yet, I can almost guarantee you that after you spend a few lessons in the class, you will be.
Actually, the hardest part for me is coming up with the title, because without the title, you can't have a piece.
It's mind-blowing. It really blew me away the first time I heard a piece played by the orchestra. I was like, wow, I didn't know it could sound that good.
My greatest loves in my entire life are dead composers. Like, seriously, I would listen to them forever. I'd be like Dvorak and Debussy and everyone. Yeah, I love dead composers.
We got to meet Yo-Yo Ma this year, which was that was an experience that anybody will never forget for the rest of their life. There's a lot of those in this program.